3 years after the fatal stabbing at Frankie's Blue Room, Daniel Olaska's trial has finally begun. Naperville News 17's Kristen Gitchell has more.
6 men and 6 women were seated as jurors in the case against Daniel Olaska, the 30-year-old man accused of killing local teacher Shaun Wild and injuring 2 others at a Naperville bar back in February 2012. The state presented Olaska as an angry man who lashed out after being rejected and humiliated, while the defense painted a picture of a man who feared his safety, using his weapon in self-defense when threatened by football players. One of his victims, Willie Hayes, got a chance to take the stand, but had a hard time filling in the blanks of the night he was stabbed, saying he didn't recall much of the evening as he was inebriated. What he did remember was sitting in a booth with Olaska and feeling uncomfortable enough that he wanted to get up and leave. At that point, he reached to shake Olaska's hand when he felt a punch-like feeling as Olaska stabbed him. The state tried to reconstruct what led up to the event, calling Sarah Schwinn to the stand. She met Olaska earlier in the night, and after dancing with him a couple times, decided he was too handsy and told him she, quote, just wanted to be with her friends. She then ended up dancing with the next witness, John Reynolds, who revealed that Olaska cut in on them on the dance floor and later showed him his 3.5-inch folding knife while at the bar. Gina Gargaro also encountered Olaska on that night. She says he picked a fight with her just 20 minutes before the incident, testifying he called her an effing B and other foul names. Shortly after, Bradley Crackle, who went to Frankie's Blue Room with Wild, testified that he overheard Olaska insult Hayes' shirt, and then Hayes responded by making fun of Olaska for, quote, drinking beer out of a wine glass. While he and Wild were trying to persuade Hayes to leave the booth, Crackle saw in his periphery a stabbing motion from Olaska. But perhaps the most emotional testimony came from a woman who witnessed the fatal stabbing of Shaun Wild. Samantha Doty recalled seeing Shaun walk toward Olaska with his hand outstretched when Olaska, quote, pounced on him and shook him 2 or 3 times. In the meantime, bouncer Rafael Castaneda came over to restrain Olaska, and in the struggle was stabbed in the arm and later noticed cuts in his shirt near his chest. He eventually got a hold of the knife which had fallen to the floor and threw it onto an empty stage. Dr. David Piazza picked up the story as Shaun arrived at Edward Hospital. Piazza noticed he had been stabbed through the heart and had only a 5 to 10% chance of survival. He pronounced Wild dead at 1:46 a.m. I'm Kristen Gitchell for Naperville News 17.
The defense claimed that Willie Hayes was the aggressor of the night, hovering over Olaska at the booth while other football players, including Wild, joined him. The stabbings were simply his attempt to defend himself.